So what we discussed in the previous Saket, so how to download the, I think it is there in the notepad. Oh, not yet. Okay. So how to download the the virtual box and how to install that virtual box and how to install the CentOS 7 on the virtual box we discussed. I will share you that recordings, Saket. Today, most probably I will upload those recordings and I will share it to all. I will give you access to all these people. Okay.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
So today, what we will discuss about the FHS. What is FSH? FHS, Linux file system. Linux file system hierarchy. So what is Linux file system hierarchy? Okay. So Linux file system hierarchy is nothing but whenever you install the OS, right? So that time a directory structure will be created. So that directory structure is nothing but a file system hierarchy. For example, if it is a Linux or if it is a Windows. So I will show you guys. Yeah, you see guys. So what this is? This is the C drive. C drive is fun for installing the Windows OS and C drive, right? So what these folders are? So what these folders are? So for example, these folders are so program files. Program files is nothing but a the so the third party softwares will be installed under the program files. For example, Amazon, Java, kubectl, Lens, JetBeans, Oracle, Notepad, everything will be the third putty. The third party softwares will be installed under the program files. The program files x86, we will install the system related softwares. The system related softwares and users. So which users you want to connect this Windows OS. So these are the so something like these all are the of directory structure for the Windows, right? These all are the default directory structure for installing the Windows machine, guys. The same like as a snippet. One second. Okay. Yeah. So this is the file system structure. So when we install the Windows OS, so it's created the this file system structure, right? What this is? Sorry. What this is? This is a Linux, sorry, a Windows file system hierarchy. What is this, guys? This is Windows FHS. So Windows file system hierarchy, the same like as a, the same like as a, so Linux also, Linux file system hierarchy. The same way Linux file system hierarchy. What is that, guys? This is the one. Or you want this one? Yeah, snippet. Yeah, guys. What this is, guys? This is a Linux file system hierarchy. What this is, guys? This is a Linux file system. Linux file system hierarchy. Okay. Yeah, guys. So here, so while installing the OS, while installing the Windows OS, a default user will be created. That user is a administrator. What is that user, guys? That user is administrator. So administrator is the super user. Administrator can do anything in the Windows, guys. The same like as a while installing the Linux OS, a default user will be created. That user is root user. Which user, guys?
User.
Yeah, now you understood, right? So a default user will be created while installing the OS. So yesterday we installed the Linux OS, right? So did we created the root user or did we say, so it's already created while installing the OS? We just set up a password for the root user, right, guys? Yes? Yeah. So just we set up a password for the root user. Root user. So which password we set, guys? We set up Red Hat is the password. What is the password we set? So Red Hat, right? Yeah, Red Hat is the password we set up, right? So what is the root user? Root user is the super user in Linux. What is the user? Super user. Root can do anything, guys. Root can do anything. Means so root having the all the permissions, root having the administrative permissions in the Linux. Guys, now you understood. So root is the user. Which user, guys? Root is a user. So we can create two types of users. One is administrative user, other one is normal user. So other one is a normal user. Root user can do anything, but administrator user having some normal user having some certain limit of permissions on the Linux machine. Guys, understood? Yeah. So what we call it as in Windows, we call it as a folders. In Windows, so we call it as a folders. But in Linux, so right, the symbol is, so for example, this GUI symbol, this is a folder. But in Linux, we folder is nothing but a folder is nothing but, guys, folder is nothing but directory directory in Linux, guys. What we call it as a? We call it as a directory. What these are? These are directories. What these are? These are directories. This is the slash also directory, bin also directory, boot. These all are the directories. While installing the Linux, a default file structure is created. The default file structure is file structure is this is. Okay, so for Windows, this is right. We call it as a here folder. We call it as here a directory. What we call it as? We call it as a directory here. So here we call it as a folder. Okay, here we call it as a folder. Here we call it as a directory. Yeah. So for these directories, every directory having their own purpose. Every directory having their own purpose, guys. So what this is? What this is so this is the slash. Slash is the parent directory for all the directories. What this is, guys? This is a so for all the directories. So for all the directories, guys, understood what this is? The slash is the parent directory for the all the directories. All the directories. Okay. Yeah. So what this is root user. So whenever your user created, right, the user's home directory. What is that root user's home directory is? slash root. What is this, guys? So this is a root user home directory. What is that? The user home directory. This same like as a administrator. Root user is the administrator user. Administrator user home directory is slash root. Administrator home directory is slash right, the normal users home directory. So when it will create the normal users home directory, the normal users home directory will be created under the slash home. What is that? Slash home is nothing but a the normal users home directory will be creating under the slash home. For example, slash home hari, slash home saket. For example, slash home malli, slash home, what is this, guys? Dozy, slash home dozy. For example, slash home Siri. Right? So these all are the home directory for the normal users. Hari is the normal user, Saket is the normal user, Malli is the normal user, Dozy is the normal user, Siri is the normal user. These all are the normal users. So normal users home directory will be created under the which directory, guys? So the directory is home directory slash home, guys, slash home hari slash home hari. So whenever you create a normal user, right, the normal user home directory will be created under the slash home. A root user home directory is slash root. Slash root is the root user home directory, slash home is the normal user home directory, right. So the bootable information, what is that? Bootable information means whenever you start and stop, shut down, restart, right, that information will be the bootable information will be available under the which directory? Slash boot, guys. So the bootable information will be available under the slash boot, something like a VM lineage. So VM lineage, this is the kernel, guys. I will tell you what is kernel. So the kernel file and init ram fs and grub. So these are the files available in the, these files will be available under the slash root, guys. Slash root, the files, sorry, slash boot, the bootable information will be available under this slash boot. The same like as a, what is a bin and has been, guys? What is a bin and has been? So bin is nothing but a super, bin is nothing but a binary, and has been is nothing but a super binary. Okay. So what it contains, guys? A bin contains whatever the commands we are executing in the Linux, right? For example, ls, pwd, or mkdir, or cd. These commands, these commands, these commands are available under the slash bin directory. A binary contains the commands. A binary contains the commands. Sbin also contains the commands only. What is that? The sbin also contains the commands. What commands we have? Something like fdisk, for example, fdisk command. So sbin command, sbin command is nothing but a super binary command. So who is the super user? Super user is the root user, the whatever the super binary commands. So what is that? A root user can execute both, a root user can execute both super binary and binary commands. Because of super user is the root user is the super user, root you can do anything. Root can execute all the commands. The commands will be available under the, so Linux, right? Linux is a CLI. How you can interact with this Linux, guys? The intra, how you can interact with this Linux? Then you can interact with the Linux through commands only. The commands will be available under the bin and sbin commands. But who will execute the bin commands and who will execute the sbin commands? Okay. So sbin is nothing but a super binary command. Super binary commands will execute only root user, and bin commands. Bin commands also will execute the root user, and the normal users. Who are the guys? Normal users can execute. Who are they, guys? Who are these normal users? These all are the normal users. Normal users will execute only the bin commands. A normal user can execute only bin commands, but the super user can execute both bin and sbin commands. Bin and sbin commands. Guys, understood? Guys,
Yes,
get
sir.
it? Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah. And so while installing the Linux OS, how many packages installed, guys, yesterday? While installing the Linux CentOS 9, how many packages mean softwares installed? 340 packages installed while installing the OS, right? So these packages, the softwares, the system related softwares will be installed under the which directory? So the USR, so the USR is nothing but a slash USR is nothing but the system related softwares will be installed under the which directory, guys? Slash USR. System related directories, system related directories will be created under the slash usr directory. Okay, the system related softwares will be installed under the slash usr directory, right? Slash usr directory, right? The third party software, same like as a system related softwares and third party softwares. So system related softwares will be installed under the slash usr, and third party software, means Java, for example, Tomcat is the third party software. Apache Tomcat web server, so that is the third party software. So where we can install the third party softwares? We can install the third party softwares under the slash opt directory. Which directory, guys? In the slash opt directory, third party softwares will be installed under this directory. Slash opt the directory. Example, Tomcat. So here, for example, I want to install the Apache web server, HTTPD. So this web server, we they provided the softwares they provided the packages by default, Apache packages. So if you want to install the Tomcat, definitely we need to go to the Tomcat website and we need to download it and then we need to use it. So we need to use it. For example, Tomcat download. What is this? The tomcat.apache.org. This is the official website. So if you want to install so this is the file. You need to, you see, guys. Yeah. So this is the Tomcat 10.0.gz. So we can download in the OPT, then we can untar it and then we can use it, guys. So the third party softwares will be installed under the OPT and the system related softwares will be installed under the USR. System related softwares will be installed under the slash USR. Guys, now you understood? And so what is slash dev? What is a slash dev? Guys, so where you installed the OS, guys, you took 20 GB to install the hard disk, right? So how much GB you took for installing the OS? 20 GB. 20 GB for installing the OS, right? So where it is, it will be under slash dev. So if it is a first hard disk, it will be a slash SDA. SDA. For example, you have a two hard disks in your server. You have a two hard disks in your server. The first hard disk number SD is nothing but a SATA disk. What is that, guys? SATA disk one. One is nothing but a SATA disk 2 is nothing but a B. Means SD is nothing but a SATA disk, A is nothing but a 1, SD is nothing but a SATA disk, B is nothing but a 1, 2 is nothing but a B, right? SDA, SDB. For example, if you have only one hard disk, the name call it as a SDA. The name call it as a SDA. SATA hard disk. Yes, understood? This is the SATA hard disk. So where you install the OS, guys, you install the OS on this hard disk. So if it is a one hard disk, it is nothing but a. Second hard disk B, third hard disk C. So right, SD is nothing but a SATA disk. SATA disk A is nothing but a one. SATA disk B is nothing but a two. SATA disk 3 is nothing but a C. Okay. So this is the the device information will be available under the slash dev. So what is slash etc? etc is nothing but the the system related sorry the configuration files will be the system related configurations will be available under the slash etc, the system related configurations. What is where, right, the logs information will be available under the slash where. The logs information will be available under the slash where. Guys, now you understood. And what is mnt? Mnt is nothing but if you want to keep or put the pen drives in your windows or something like, right, the MNT is nothing but the USB drives will be attached in the MNT. Media is nothing but CD, DVD hard drives will be attached under the slash media. C DVD under attached under the slash media. Guys, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, right? Yeah. So this is nothing but a file system hierarchy. I will show you guys. Where is that material? I need to download that twice. One second. Guys, I have a GitHub account, guys. My GitHub account is Hari Krishna Cheruku 866. This is my GitHub account, guys. Okay. Yeah. So the materials are AWS underscore DevOps material. All the materials will be available here, guys. So for example, Linux material. Yeah. So this is the Linux material doc, guys. So if you want, you can download it from here. Okay. It's not downloaded down. Okay, guys, you can download it from my repository. That repository is AWS DevOps material, guys. Okay. You guys download it from here. Guys, all the materials will be uploaded here, guys. You guys can watch if you want. You can download the material, guys. Okay. Yeah, how we can shut down the machine, guys? What is the command? Guys, what is the command for to shut down the machine?
Init 0.
Very good. Init 0. How to restart the Linux machine? What is the command?
Init 6.
Yes, very good. Yeah. So what is that? So the first directory is slash. The first directory is slash. This is top level directory. What this is the top level directory, and it is a parent directory for all other directories. It is a parent directory for all other directories. Okay, all other directories. So all other directories. Understood? So next one is slash root. So what is slash root, guys? Slash root is a home directory for,
Root user.
yes, it is a home
Admin
directory
user.
for root
Admin user.
user. Yes.
Admin.
So root user is nothing but a which user, guys? Super
Super admin.
user. Super user can do anything in the Linux mission. Okay. So anything in the Linux mission. And this is and it provides working environment for root user. Working environment for root user. What is home directory, guys? Tell me what is home directory?
Directory for users.
Yes, it is a home directory for normal users. So normal users, like, who are the normal users? So for example, Siri, Hari, Saket, Dozo, Malli. So these all are the normal users, right? So for example, root user. So what is the example for the root user? Example is slash root. So this is for root user home directory. Okay, this is the root user home directory. So what are the examples for normal users home directory? Guys, tell me. Slash home, Siri, slash home, Dozio, slash home, Saket, slash home, Malli, etc. Guys, understood? So this is the home directory for the normal users. So next, slash boot. So what is slash boot, guys? Slash boot is nothing but it contains, guys, it contains bootable bootable files for Linux. It contains a bootable files for Linux. So what are those? The like what are those like, guys? What are those? VM lineage. So VM lineage is nothing but a kernel. This is the kernel file, guys, and init rd. So init rd is nothing but a initialize the RAM. Initialize the RAM disk. What is that? The second one is grub. What is that, guys? GRUB. Grub is nothing but a grand unified boot loader. Unified grand boot loader. Grand unified boot loader. And so here something like a boot.ini. So and etc. It is etc. The files will be available. And the slash etc. What is slash etc, guys? It contains all configuration files. It contains all configuration files, like what are the files, guys? Like slash etc slash passwd. So this is a users info file, info database file. database file /etc shadow users password database file. Okay, example this is, guys. So next /usr. So what is /usr, guys? Usr is nothing but a system related
English.
softwares will be installed under /usr directory. Okay, the system related softwares means while installing the OS operating system, those those packages will be installed under /usr. For example, so HTTPD package is provided by default. Word out. If you want to install this web server, right? How you can install web server? For example, yum install HTTPD. Okay. So this software, the HTTPD will be installed under the /usr directory. /usr directory. Next, OPT. So what is the OPT, guys? OPT is nothing but a, so it is a optional directory. It is optional directory for /usr, and so it will install the third party softwares like Tomcat, VS Code, Google Chrome, right? And so on. So third party softwares. So what is that? /bin. What is bin, guys? What is bin? Bin, it contains a commands used by the all
Command.
users. It contains commands. So it contains commands. What are those commands? pwd, ls, ll, mkdir, cd, etc. and so on. Okay. The system, it contains commands used by all users. All users means root user plus
Other you.
normal users. Root user and normal users. Right? SBIN. What is SBIN, guys? SBIN is nothing but a super binary commands. So super binary commands, and these commands will execute by only which user, guys? Only root user. Only root user. Super binary, super binary files. Super binary files. Guys, understood? So next, what is that? /dev. What is the /dev, guys? Dev is nothing but a, it contains the device files. Device files means the hard disk information. What is hard disk, guys? Hard disk is nothing but a HDD. The hard disk information will be available under the /dev. So what is that? /dev /SDA. SDA is nothing but a SATA disk 1. 1 means A. What is that, guys? 1 means A. /dev sdb /dev sdc and so on. Okay, and so on. Next, what is this, guys? MNT. So MNT is it's a default mount point for any partition. It is a empty by default. It is a default mount point for any partition, and by default it is empty. By default it is empty. /media. What is that, guys? /media. What is /media? The CD and DVD ROMs will be. What is CD and DVD ROM, guys? Do you know what is CD and DVD ROM? This is, guys, if you want to put the disk in the drives, the DVD drive, right? These are the CD DVD drives. This information will be available under the /media. It contains all the removable media like CD, ROM, DVD, ROM. Contains the CD, DVD, ROMs, guys. Understood? /var. We did not discuss about the /var also, right? /var. It contains the variable information like logs. Logs means system related logs or application logs. So system related logs or applications log, where it will be available under the /var log messages. This is a system related logs, guys. This will be system related logs. Guys, understood? Guys, understood or not?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes, very good. Yep, I want to log into where it is. Yeah, I will show you this one later, guys. I'm connecting to because of my Oracle VirtualBox. Yesterday we installed, right? Yeah, sorry. I will show you again. Oracle VirtualBox. This is the VirtualBox. So this is the Oracle VirtualBox, guys. So yesterday I installed the CentOS 9. Okay, start. It will start the OS. Guys, get it right? The file system hierarchy. If you know the file system hierarchy, the Linux is very easy, guys. So if you know the file system hierarchy, the Linux is very easy. So where is the what is the purpose of directory? If you know, it will be very easy to uh, operate the Linux, guys. It will be very easy if you know the file system hierarchy, guys. You guys can practice this. So practice this, then you will understand what is Linux. It will be very easy, guys. Yeah. So for example, I am connecting the server to as a root user, password is red hat. Okay, IP space here. Yeah. For example, so write control, guys, write control, it will be come out from this server. Okay. For example, this is Oracle server, right? Sir, this is Linux mission. So this is Linux mission. Okay. So this is the Linux mission, guys. This is a Linux mission. This mission is kept under the, where you kept this mission, guys? Guys, so where we are keeping our servers? Guys, where we are keeping our servers? So if we keep it in our home, there might be a chance of failures, right? Either network
Data
failure.
centers.
Very good. Data centers. So we are keeping our servers in the data centers, right? Our Linux machine is in the data center. For example, yeah, this is the Linux, right? Or else I will write it this way. This is the data center. You guys can remember this is the data center. And what this is Dell PowerEdge 710 or something like this is the physical server. What this is, guys? This is a physical server. For example, we took this server. Okay, so we'll took this one, so guys. Yeah, so this is our hardware server, guys. What this is? This is a physical server. You installed the virtualization. Which virtualization you installed, guys? Guys, which software you installed in Windows? Which virtualization we
Oracle.
installed? Which
VM.
one?
Oracle. Virtual.
Yes, Oracle VirtualBox.
Oracle.
Yeah, the virtualization is Oracle VirtualBox. So we install the Oracle VirtualBox or a VMware. You can install any one, guys. VMware. So we can install Oracle VirtualBox or a VMware. Then, so if you install the virtualization, right, whatever the resources available, right, the resources will be available in free and we can install the number of OSS based on our hardware. For example, so how many instances you are trying to install? I'm trying to install one. What that is? That is CentOS 9. I installed the one virtual machine. Which one, guys? So this is the CentOS 7 virtual machine I installed. So I can install number of OSS. I can install number of OSS based on our, guys, based on our resources. Resources is nothing but RAM, CPU, hard disk. What is that, guys? So resources is nothing but RAM, CPU, hard disk, right? So your server is provisioned in the data center. This data center is in US region. And for Dozy, so your data center is in India region. Okay. So for example, so which laptop are you using? Dozy? Or which laptop are you using? Saket, Malli, Siri?
Use Windows.
Yeah, Windows 11. For example, these guys are using Windows 10, right? So you are located in your office. For example, this is in Hyderabad and this is in something like US, wherever you are, Texas, New Jersey, California, wherever you are, guys. So, right. So this is Dozy, right? Dozy in US region. He is trying to connect this server in the India region because of he is not traveling to every day to the data center, India data center. Then we'll connect the data center, right? So he wants to connect the Linux machine on the mission from US and his Windows mission and his Windows mission. Okay, paint. Yeah, guys. So for example, if you want to connect, if you want to connect the server with the same platform means, so you installed the Windows Windows Server 2016 or 2018, 2012, right? For example, this is the Windows Server you install on the data center. You install on the data center Windows Server. So this is your Windows mission. This is your sorry, Windows 10 mission, right? So both are same platforms or cross platforms, guys. Guys, both are same platform or cross platforms. Windows, both are same
Same
platform.
platform.
Same platform, right? So how we can connect with the same platform by using Windows RDP? What is remote desktop protocol? What is that, guys? Remote desktop by using Windows to Windows. So we can use the remote desktop protocol and so we can connect the server. So we can connect the server by easily. Okay. So for example, your data center, this is your data center and guys, this is also one server. So this is also one server and this is also a server and this is also a server and here, so this is also a server and here, right? So for example, so you are using Linux machine. Which desktop you are using? You are using the Linux desktop and your server also Linux. Both are same platform or class platform, guys? Guys, both are same or a cross platform?
Same platform.
Same platform, right? So for same platform, we can use the SSH. What is that? Secure shell. So if you want to connect the Linux in the Linux box, we can use the SSH. The port number is 22. So for example, this is what this is. So this is your Windows mission. What this is? This is your Windows mission and Windows 10 or 11. Okay, so this is the Linux mission. So this is the Linux mission. Are you able to connect with the cross platform? This is Linux, this is Windows, right? Are you able to connect with the cross platform? No, we are unable to
No.
connect with the cross platform. For example, you see, guys, MSTSC. You see, MSTSC remote desktop. Remote desktop. For example, our IP address is 192.168.56.101. For example, not this IP address for the Windows, but this is the Windows, right? So if you connect, it will automatically connect because of the same platform. Guys, understood? So it will connect the. So it will connect by using RDP Because of it is same platform. Because it is same platform. Guys, understood? Yeah, this is the RDP. This is SSH. So how you can connect the SSH, right? I will show you git bash. For example, git bash, guys. For example, this is our Linux server. How you can connect this Linux server? So do you have a PEM key? I don't have a PEM key, huh? SSH -P port number 22. What is the username, guys? Username is root. What is the IP address of the server? What is the IP address of the server? So 192.168.56.125. 56.125. 192.168.56.125. Yes. What is the password, guys? Password is red hat. REDHAT. Yeah. Now you see, guys. So how you connected the server? You connected the server through SSH protocol. So we are able to connect from Linux to Linux. Okay. So Linux to Linux. But so the Linux you are using Windows machine. How you want to connect the Linux machine from your Windows machine, right? So Linux is work from shell, guys. What is that? So shell prompt. Shell prompt. I will tell you that. 1 second. What is that? So Linux architecture. In the Linux architecture, we will get the Linux kernel. Yeah, guys. So this is the Linux architecture. So in the hardware. So what is that, guys? In the hardware, this is the hardware. So in the hardware, we installed the Linux machine, right? So this is the hardware. So we installed the Linux OS. So in the Linux OS, kernel is the heart of the OS. What is kernel? If you want to interact with the hardware, definitely we need a kernel. Kernel will interact with the hardware and will give the shell prompt. Will give the shell prompt to access the server. So which shell it is? Echo dollar shell. So right, bin bash. What is this? This is the bash S shell. Bash means born again shell. So which shell we are working in the Linux? Bash shell, right? So what it will give? It will give the shell prompt. Then it will access the all the way. If you want to execute the commands, so we need a shell prompt, right? We are directly not connecting to the server. So we are just getting the shell prompt. We are just getting the shell prompt in the Linux machine. This is the Linux server. We just got the shell to interact with the server. Same way, same way, if you want to interact with the shell, right? So a third party softwares will be need to install. What we need to install? Third party softwares. What are those?
Tom.
So the third party softwares will be install for accessing the Linux machine. So Linux machine is nothing but a shell, right? Who will provide the shell for third party software? Which third party softwares will provide the shell? So few of the third party softwares will provide the shell prompt, guys. What those are? Those are Putty, Super Putty, MOBA Extreme, and mremote ng. So these are the few of the examples to connect the Linux machine on Windows server. To connect the Linux machine on Windows server. What is that, guys? The tool is putty. For example, what is that tool, guys? The tool is putty. So putty, not puttizen, right? Putty only, putty. Yeah, this is the app putty. Okay, so if you want to connect the Linux machine on a Windows machine, so we need to install the putty. What putty will give? Putty will give the SSH access. What it will give? SSH access. What is the IP address of this server, guys? 192 dot, so 168 dot 56 dot 125. Why, guys? Sorry, dot. It came extra dot. Putty. This is the putty. 192.168.56.125. Okay, open. You see, guys, it will open, accept. Guys, I want to change the font size. Guys, are you able to see? Guys, are you able to see the font?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So how you can increase the font size? Go to settings and appearance, change, bold. For example, I am taking as a 18. Okay, apply. Okay. So what is the username, guys? Username is root,
Root.
password is red hat, right? IPA. So what is the IP address of the my server? My server is 192.168, right? Our assumption, guys. So this server is in, guys, this server is in, where this server is? This server is in, yeah. Guys, now you understood how you can connect this? Guys, how you can connect with? So how you can connect with this Linux on your Windows machine? So what is the software we can use, guys? So we can use the software is Putty. What is that, guys? What is the third party software? Guys, speak out.
Putty.
Yes. So we can use Putty to connect the Linux machine on Windows server. Sorry, Windows machine. Guys, understood? Why we
Yes,
need
sir.
Putty? So you are using the Windows OSs. Windows and Linux both are same platforms or cross platforms. So if you want to launch the cross platform OS, definitely we need a third party software to connect the server. To connect the server. So 192 dot, so 168.56.125 is the IP address of the server. What this is? IP address. What IP address? As I will tell you, no worries, guys. What is the IP address? Guys, now you understood. Are able to get it?
Yes.
Dojo.
Yeah.
Yep, right? Yeah. So I will share this recordings today. You guys can install the OS or install the virtualization and so install the OS on your virtual box. Understood, guys?
Okay.
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 So what we discussed today? Guys, what we discussed.
Directories.
Directories in
Hierarchy system.
Hierarchy.
Hmm. So and
Connect to
how to connect the
some platforms.
Linux machine on Windows machine.
Windows. Yeah.
Machine. Yes, understood. Yeah, sharing this
Yes.
document. Guys, so tomorrow there is no class. So the class will be from Monday. Okay, guys, I uploaded all the images and this notes all in the WhatsApp. Okay, yeah, I will
Okay.
provide the recordings today, guys. I will give the access to you.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, okay. S- Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Thanks,
we can.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye. Thank you.